Hello guys and welcome, and today the era of Cryogen Relic begins. I finally got access to this card, so we are going to be trying a lot of brews with it, and the first brew, which I think should be really good, is Jeskai Synthesizer. So this is basically a Boros Synthesizer shell, but we are splashing blue just for the relic. Since we are doing that, we are also playing 4 Silver Bluff Bridges and 4 Cleansing Wildfires to fix the colors. And of course now we are playing the Experimental Synthesizer and the relic as well, which is a ton of card advantage. And that's the reason why I love the Cleansing Wildfire, since I believe that ramping in a deck like this is really important. Since you are bouncing your things a lot, you need to replay them to gain the value, so the Wildfire ramps and it helps with the mana here as well. We are playing 12 creatures, actually 14 if we count the Red Mage's Rapier. We are playing 4 Glynhawks, which can bounce all the artifacts, the Skyfishers, which again, we mostly use that for the artifacts only. 4 Seekers of the Way. I was usually pretty iffy on this card, but then I played against it yesterday in a similar deck and it seemed really powerful. And the same is true for the Greatsword of Tyr. I think 1 copy should be really nice. It kinda serves as a finisher and it taps very important blockers, for example, taps things like Writhing Chrysalis. Now 2 Journeys to Nowhere. Decks like this usually struggle against bigger creatures, so that's the reason we are playing 2 Trabon Charms to actually deal more damage than 3 or 4, and the Journey is straight up an exile of a huge creature. It sucks when we flip it off the Synthesizer when we don't really need it, but I think that's a price we are willing to pay to beat cards like Writhing Chrysalis. Now, like I said before, we are playing 2 Red Mage's Rapiers. I think this is a good finisher. It's an artifact we can sacrifice to makeshift munitions. We're trying to make that work as a finisher, that being the reason we are also playing the Singleton Lance from Mirrodin. We've got the Ancient Den and the Great Furnace here as well, and we can just bounce it if we don't really have a Synthesizer or the Relic on hand. It's not the best bounce target, but then again, if the hero token dies, we can then replay it and it creates the hero token again, which I think is pretty good. And I think the biggest thing, like I've mentioned before, is the Cleansing Wildfire, because I think ramping in a value deck like this, when we bounce a lot of cards, is really important, and it fixes the colors, since we are basically playing just 5 blue sources and 4 of the relics. So we need to blue pretty consistently if we want to reap the rewards of bouncing the relic. Let's take a look at the sideboard. We have 2 Standard Bearers. I think this card is great against Bogle's Mono White Heroic, but most importantly against High Tide. I think this is one of the best counters to High Tide. We are playing 3 Dust to Dust. This card is pretty amazing. 2 Blue Blast and 2 Red Blast. 3 Compasses. Not only we can bounce them to regain the life a lot more times than just once, but it also fixes the colors, which I think is a pretty good reason to play this. And then of course 3 Relics of Progenitus. I think games against 4-land Spy will be difficult regardless if we draw this or not, since they have so many ways to remove your artifacts, but at least we have some chance when we draw the relic, and it's great against Dredge and decks like Mono Blue Tempo, so we are going to be trying that as well. So let me know what do you think about this version of Jeskai Synthesizer, if you have a better one or if you like this deck without blue instead, and I will see you in the games. Okay, so Regithek is the next opponent. We do go second if I'm not mistaken. This isn't sweet though. We can Wildfire on 2 and then play the Synthesizer or the Relic. They go for a Fairy Seer, so you're against Fairies and they are playing first. Definitely scary. Hit Trabon Charm. Let's go for the bridge and just say go. Seems like they will flip a small ninja. Now, we have to hope that they don't have a Spell Pierce at hand. Oh, never mind. They won't even hold up mana for a counter spell. That's awesome for us. So I guess we can go for the Cleansing Wildfire here. Rustveil Bridge, that's nice. So let's go for a Cleansing Wildfire. We will bring a, let me think here, probably a Plains. Okay, that's good. So we have a lot of value. We go a Fun Mind, but we don't have a way to battle the battlefield yet. We find another bridge. I mean, that's fine. Like, it's not bad by any means. We could try and go for an Experimental Synthesizer if they want to counterspell that. They don't. Find the Mountain. I guess Mountain is a good draw. You could just pop it for the 2/2, but I don't think that's good. We'll probably just try and Glynhawk, and this will eat a counterspell for sure. Never mind, it won't. Okay. Let's return the Synth. Hey, another Wildfire. That's awesome, actually. They have a Spell Pierce on that. Okay, so they didn't Spell Pierce the Synthesizer because, oh, it wouldn't even help, right? Okay, so that's about it. We have a blocker now, which is, you know, great. They do play the Jellyfish. I was asking them in the chat, what do you guys think? Leave a comment. Do you think the Gale Blade is good enough for fairies? I've seen some really good fairy decks putting out some really good results in the MTGO leagues. Okay, I think we're just gonna block the Fairy Seer here. They go for Intruder, sure. Bridge, okay, that's honestly fine. I think we will just go for the Synthesizer first. We find another Synthesizer. I mean, I'm not complaining. Bolt, I mean, Bolt is nice. I think we can Bolt Ninja or something. Cool. Do we go for the Rustvale Bridge or the Silver Bluff Bridge? We already have a blue source, so I think let's go for the Rustvale Bridge. And then let's probably just say go. I mean, this seems good. They can just sacrifice it and draw a card if he block or something. That's pretty sweet. Okay, another Gale Blade. We need the Seeker of the Way to go through. I mean, we don't need to, but it would be great because of the lifelink, right? We go for Harrier Strix. Okay, so they have a free bird here. They can attack with everything if they choose to do that. We are at 8. Do you think they have like a... Okay, this is funny because they would need to have a counter spell exactly, because if they have a spell starter sprite, this doesn't work. So let's go ahead and play Seeker of the Way. Okay, wow, it works. Okay, we have Trabant Charm, we have 2 of them. I think we are going to play a Mountain this turn and just say go. We have double Trabant Charm, so we will kill like every ninja on site, right? And this can block as well, which is ideal. They go to combat first, attack with everything that flies, no problem. We will block probably just the Fairy Seer, right? It's a fairy. They can sacrifice those guys anyway. They go for a Brinebarrow Intruder. I mean, no problem. So let me think here. I think we might use one of the Trabant Charms, or at least try to do that, right? I think why not? Let's do it. Oh, it's funny. I held double Trabant Charm, but had only 1 white source, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's really funny. Okay, let's go Trabant Charm. Wait, but if they flip a ninja, then I have nothing to do. So this is pretty bad. So let's just keep this. Okay, end step. I think we can use 1 Trabant Charm at the end step right now. Harrier Strix. They can use the ability if they want to. Okay, find the Perilous Landscape. I think first things first, we can just like crack the Synth, see what that brings. It brings the core Sky Fisher. That's not bad, I guess. We can gain 3 life right now, and the Fisher is a great blocker. So let's play the... probably just... Okay, let's play the Fisher first. We are going to bounce the Synth. Okay, Rustvale Bridge. I think I'm gonna pass on that and instead play the Cryogen Relic, because we want to be able to attack with the Seeker of the Way. We need to, you know, get back some of the life we've lost over the past 6 turns. Find the Gulf Blast, that's not bad. Definitely attacking here. They will snap it back. It's unlucky. We have some blockers though, which is fine. We shouldn't be dead here. Go for a Snare Master Sprite. They can actually pay for that. Okay. Probably the Skyfisher, right? Go to combat with everything. And if they have a small ninja, we probably just lose. Let's do it like that and then like that. If they have exactly a small ninja, it's bad, right? Okay, end step. Okay, so Synthesizer, we've got some bridges. This is all pretty good. Let's start things off with the Synth. Find the Relic. Okay, what does our turn look like here? We need to play this, hold up, Trabant Charm. Yeah, I don't think we can do all of that. So this is not that good. We can go Seeker, Blast, Trabant Charm. We need 5 mana for that. Okay, so let's go Seeker. And we have Blast and Trabant Charm ready, I guess. We could also go for the Synth, but I don't see a point, right? Okay, let's go for the Sprite. Then we can... I mean, they didn't have a ninja last turn. Do we think they have it right now? I mean, if they do, it doesn't really matter. We can Galvanic Blast the Seer, right? Then if they flip a ninja, they go for a counter spell. Okay, we will go for a Trabant Charm on the Seer, which means we should be alive. And they have no cards in hand, so it's time for the greatest comeback ever, hopefully. Okay, find the Gulf Blast. I love that. So, okay, first let's start things off with an Experimental Synthesizer. Galvanic Blast. Sure. Let's Galvanic Blast the Intruder. We will leave the Gale Blade alive because they can sacrifice it anytime. Yeah, let's go. Seeker of the Way has carried, and I love it in these aggressive matchups. Makeshift Munitions is probably nice, right? I don't love the Rapier though. I don't love the Rapier that much. In this matchup, we can maybe put the Rapier away and then go double Red Blast, and then... Is there anything else we really want to bring? I mean, some compasses could be okay to just stall. Yeah, let's bring double compass. I mean, why not at the end of the day? Let's go. So do you guys think the jellyfish is really good in fairies? It seemed honestly pretty awesome. I mean, the fact that you can just sacrifice it and draw a card, like it's a clue, and it's a creature as well that basically flies, has flash. It has a lot going for it. Okay, hand is obviously lacking a white source, but other than that, I feel like it's fine, especially after they mulligan to 6. We can definitely keep a hand like this. An island, Fairy Seer, that's fine. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do you think it's better to just kill the fairy before it flips into a ninja, or just wait for the ninja? Since they could like go land and just like, you know what I mean? And then just maybe like spell stutter sprite, I think that wouldn't really be ideal. So we might just bolt right now, but if they go for ninja, I'm not really sure what to think. I will wait and see what happens. Because like if they attack and then flip, that's good. But then if they have a spell pierce or dispel, it's bad. Sure. End step, sure. We can go for a lightning bolt. They probably have a spell stutter sprite though. No, they have a counter spell. That's great for us then. Don't mind that at all. We have a great furnace. I think I will take a turn off here and play the tapped Silver Bluff Bridge, because we can't pay for a spell pierce anyway, right? Okay, I mean, let's try the lightning bolt that away. Why not? Oh, now they have a sprite. Sure. Okay, another mountain. This is starting to get a little awkward. We need a white source bad though, or at least a synthesizer or something, right? Okay, I guess we will galvanic blast the spell stutter sprite. They have okay, well, this is it's a little bit funny, right? Hey, synth, let's play synth. Glenhawk. Well, yeah, let's just go to game 3. We can't find the white source at all, so I think we will just take care of this in the 3rd game. Okay, we would love to play first. Okay, this hand is tapped, but it's not bad. I think we can keep it. We only need some artifacts for this to work. We have removal spells, so let's keep. So we can go for a Rustveil Bridge and probably just say go. They won't do anything. Okay, we are pretty in love with that actually. We can just play the bridge and say go, because we just want to get the flyers on the board. Obviously there is nothing to bounce yet, but I guess that's fine. I think they waited with the Fairy Seer for some reason. We will try to bolt it probably. Or maybe we don't care. That's another thing we could do, right? Let's try and bolt the Seer. They would need to have a Dispel or Spell Pierce. Never mind, they don't. Sure, let's play the slow game still. He could go for the Fisher, let's be honest. But I think we will do that next turn if we don't find a land. We now have double removal spell for anything they could have, so let's use that instead. We go for Fairy Seer, okay. Okay, let's go for a Lightning Bolt. Wow, another Lightning Bolt, okay. I think we're just gonna go for the Sky Fisher then. Return the Rustveil Bridge, play the Rustveil Bridge. We have a Galvanic Blast and the Lightning Bolt in there, which is great. We go for the Gale Blade, ooh, alright. Go for a Fairy Seer. I think we can just go for the Lightning Bolt on the Seer, no issue with that. Find a Synth, which is actually great. Let's play a Synth first, or at least try it. We have a Steel Sabotages, okay, no issue. We will attack for 2 here, and then we are going to go for the Glenhawk. We will bounce back, for example, the Silver Bluff Bridge. We could go for another one, but I don't want to be like low on lands, you know what I mean? I want to keep those 3 lands, so we will just say go. And we still have the Galvanic Blast, which is great, so go for a Harrier Strix, okay. They will probably try to flip a Ninja here, small Ninja, yep. We will try to Galvanic Blast that instantly. They can play the Gale Blade, although it has flash, so... Okay, well, interesting. Let's attack for 2 with the Glenhawk. You can go for the Glenhawk again. We win the match. This last game was really weird, because we just needed the big flyers to block them and cheaply deal the damage turn by turn, but that's 2-1 against fairies. That was a very interesting game. Eastern Invoker is the next opponent. It looks like we do go second. This hand looks... no blue source, but I don't think that's such a problem. We will keep. We go for a bridge. Could this be the mirror? I mean, there's definitely some potential of this being the mirror. We will go for the bridge and just say go. Perilous Landscape. I think this might be the mirror, unless it's like Jeskai Ephemerate. Seeker of the Way. I mean, let's play the first one. Nothing wrong with that, right? It will crack the landscape. Blinds maybe? Alright. It's not even snow covered, so I don't think it's Jeskai Ephemerate. No, this has to be the mirror. This has to be the mirror matchup right there. Dotcast. Seems like they are going more of the affinity route, which I can respect. Okay, Rustveil Bridge, and I guess we will just go another Seeker of the Way. I will be honest, I'm very surprised by the performance of Seeker of the Way. I think that card is pretty good, especially against more aggressive decks, but even in the more control heavy matchups, it can really shine and get really big. So let's see, Glenhawk. That's a pretty good thing to flip. I think Dotcast is a little bit too much in a deck like this, personally. I mean, that's just me though. Alright, Plains, sure. I mean, they are rolling. Good thing is they don't have many other sources than white, which is pretty lucky for us. Yeah, that was probably a Skyfisher. Or it could be a Traben Charm as well. They need to discard, sure. Great Furnace, that's a lot of lands, no blue sources though. I think we can go for a Lightning Bolt on the Hawk. That's very safe. Sweet. Let's luck for 6. Okay, and then we will probably just go for the Rustveil Bridge, play another Seeker. The only thing, I think I would play maybe like 3 of the Perilous Landscapes. That's probably like the only change I would make, to be honest. Yeah, they need to find some colors, I think. They do, but it's not untapped, which isn't ideal, I guess. Glenhawk, sure. Ancient then. I mean, that's another white source. That's I don't think that's what they desire right now. I do love this Ancient then, though. Pretty lovely. They go Fisher, okay. So yeah, that effectively blocks the board. Ooh, Wildfire, that's great. We will definitely find an island. We need to play the Relic. And we find the bridge as well. I mean, that's not horrible. We can attack with everything. If they want to double block, they are free to do that. They will, sure. We will kill the Fisher. We are at 35. That's crazy. 35 is wild. They will Galvanic Blast. Alright, no issue. They will use the Synthesizer. Alright. Find the core Sky Fisher. Okay. Wow, they had the perfect reveals this game. Actually perfect. Their lineups were insane. They will attack like that. Okay. Find a Wildfire. I mean, that's fine. Let's go and play Relic. Journey to Nowhere is cool. I'm not sure what other creatures they play though. Let's run the Glenhawk, return the Relic, find the Relic. Okay. I think we can go for a Cleansing Wildfire on one of the bridges first. I guess we can find the planes now. Find the Synthesizer. Okay. If we go for a Relic or a Journey to Nowhere, I think we will go for a Relic here. I'm not sure what other creatures they play. If they play Seekers, we definitely want to exile that. They're also in kill range, so drawing more cards makes that happen, I feel like. Go for Synth again. Okay. Thoughtcast. I mean, Thoughtcast could be good if you are going more of the affinity route. I just think with the bridges and a lot of basics, because we play the Wildfire and the landscapes, I don't think it's the best. So I think we will just try to burn them down here. That's the play. Find the Fisher. Okay. I mean, they can play it if they want to return a land. They will go for it. All right. I mean, actually, no. They can return a Glenhawk or something. Never mind. They will go for the land. Sure. Attack with 2 of these. All right. Let's just take that. We have a lot of life. Nothing to worry about here. I think the plan here is to actually just burn them down. Let's go for a Synthesizer first. That's one. Let's go for another Synth. That's a mountain. I think we can play the mountain. Use the mountain to Galvanic Blast their face. And I mean, okay, let's go for a Cryogen Relic. Synthesizer, I'm down. Let's play a Synth. Seeker of the Way, sure, I'm a fan. They have 7 cards in hand, which is, you know, great for them. Next turn we can start cracking the artifacts. We'll go for a Relic, okay. I mean, sorry, a Synthesizer. Find the Rustveil Bridge, that's pretty good. Looks like another Fisher, maybe. Wow, that's the play here. Find the Bolt, they can use that if they want to. They will bolt the face. Oh, really, the face, okay. They need to be somewhat careful here. Okay, they go like that. I mean, okay, no problem. We take 6, happily. Well, we have the Journey, so that could be good. Go for Wildfire. I mean, they're probably dead. We just exiled the Skyfisher and attack for 2. There's not much they can do about that. Oh, well, makeshift munitions, I think, makes it too, right? Let's play the munitions. I love makeshift munitions in this deck. Actually, I love it. We win the first game. Okay, so they seem to be more of a control deck. I think Blue Blast, Red Blast are fine. Mostly the Blue Blast though. Dust to Dust is great as well. I don't think Journey to Nowhere is particularly amazing, and the Lightning Bolts aren't that awesome as well. Let's go Double Blast, and we can cut some bolts. Actually don't mind the Greatsword here. I don't love Draven Charm against them, to be quite frank with you. And 3 Dust to Dusts minimum. And I guess let's go for the Bolt, right? Nothing too wrong with that. I mean, if they are playing like some more creatures, apart from Skyfishers and Glenhawks, that could be good. But look at that, we will keep that. Pretty good. You have Dust to Dust. I mean, this is maybe a race who gets a Dust to Dust first, right? Yeah, we want to get it on turn 3 with the landscape, so we're gonna go for Rustveil Bridge, and then Rustveil Bridge, and then a landscape, which is double white, colorless. Relic maybe? Yeah, here it is. Wildfire is nice. Yeah, the Wildfire makes sure we can hit Dust to Dust next turn anyway. So we are forced to go for a plains here though. Sorry, I tapped wrong. We find another plains. That's actually nice. That's actually really nice. Okay, Core Skyfisher, no problem. Silver Bluff Bridge. I think that's a Dust to Dust turn then. Galvanic Blast. Okay, we can use the blast. I think we'll do it exactly like that. Dust to Dust, double bridge, and then we can blast the... Oh, never mind. Misplay here. Huge one actually. We don't have enough artifacts for the blast to work, so I should have tapped like that and cracked the landscape for an island so that we could play this guy, the Cryogen Relic next turn. I completely forgot about the Metalcraft thing here. End step, that's what you love to see though. Okay. Wait, we have another Dust to Dust. That's pretty nasty actually. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the bridge and we are going to play double Seeker. We can make triple artifact happen next turn, which is great. We win the match. Dust to Dust is just too good against Affinity decks. That's 2-0 against the Mirror, I guess. Alright guys, so we are back with the conclusion, and I have to say, this deck is pretty great. I mean, I'm not the best deck builder out there, but I feel like this is pretty awesome. The Seeker of the Way was a big surprise. I think this card is generally awesome in this deck. I even like the Rapier. I think this deck could work pretty well without the Rapier as well, but the card draw engine with the Relic and the Synthesizer is just awesome. I would maybe play a landscape number 3. There were games where we didn't have a white or a blue source, but that happened very rarely, so I think landscape number 3 could be actually pretty decent. But the rest of the deck I feel like was incredible. The sideboard choices I was very happy with. All of those cards are pretty relevant. Maybe the only change, I would put some AoE in there, something like Breath Weapon, Fiery Cannonade, or even something like Electrickery could be pretty good against fairies and elves, and those really small go wide and pesky decks. I think that could be pretty awesome. The only thing I'm not sure about is the Red Mage's Rapier, although I think this card is pretty powerful. It makes sure we have a finisher. I was also really happy with the Greatsword of Tyr, and I think the Journeys to Nowhere are great, and the Makeshift Munitions was incredible as well. It helped us finish many games where we have a lot of bridges and the artifact lands and some synthesizers and the relics on the battlefield. We just sacrifice them and deal like, what, 7 to 8 damage in one turn for 2 mana. A great finisher, I have to say. So I definitely would recommend this deck. I think it's extremely fun to play, and I think it's really powerful. It may even be stronger than the Esper version, which a lot of people are trying. I think this version is just really fast. The value is definitely there, and you have some answers basically for everything, even with the Traben Charm, which is a very versatile card. I would make some changes to the sideboard, like I said before. Maybe add some AoE, some enchantment hate, maybe more Traben Charms, and so on and so forth. But let me know what did you think about this deck, and how does your version of Jeskai Synthesizer looks. I will see you soon. Have a great day, and bye.